right, there you have it. That's as far as Orient Technologies is concerned, but let's put the spotlight back on the futures and options space. And for that, we are now in conversation with Osho Krishnan of Angel One and Ajit Mishra of Religare Broking, who's joining us on the show. Good morning to both of you. Thanks for joining in. A little bit more important because, naturally, because of the fact that there is the weekly options expiry for the Bank Nifty too. But moving on, I believe we have Ajit back with us. Ajit, good morning to you as well. How are you looking at trade on the Nifty? Are you also expecting sideways movement for the foreseeable future on the Nifty 50?
Yeah, good morning, Agam. So, Agam, we are at the record highs, so some consolidation is likely, and plus we are largely aligned with the global markets, especially the US market, and they have also made a new record high and consolidating a bit. See, until we see some decisiveness in banking, Agam, I doubt that we can make a meaningful move or, some momentum in the index about 25,100 mark, which is the previous record highs. So we need support from the banking, which is still on the sidelines. We have had attempts of multiple recoveries, but the lack of alignment among the private banking majors is basically capping the momentum. So it's okay as long as we are not seeing any price-wise damage to the structure. Means any dip towards 24,900 is a zone basically where one can look for fresh buying with 25,100 being the target and 24,800 being the stop. So yeah, it's a buy and dip market, but without banking, the momentum is likely to be very gradual.
Now, banking, Ajit, your view on the Bank Nifty as well?
Yeah, so banking, like, we just shared that we are making attempts of recovery, but on multiple occasions, we are again seeing that closer to around 51,200 to 500 zone, we are seeing selling pressure coming in. And largely, if you see, Agam, that barring ICICI, other private banking majors, be it Axis, HDFC, Kotak, IndusInd, they are largely sitting on the sidelines. So until we see some alignment, at least among the top three, HDFC, Axis, and ICICI, I doubt that we're going to see any meaningful move. Today being the weekly expiry, obviously is going to be critical where we close today, but basis on the yesterday's candle, I feel that's going to be a lackluster tradition in today's trade as well for the banking. So for banking, at least one should wait, and at least 51,200 is something that we should decisively cross. Then only we can see 51,800, 2,000 kind of a recovery in banking.
All right. Well, that's coming down to how things could potentially pan out for the key indices. But now let's talk about stocks, and maybe we can in fact take a look at all the stocks which are gaining traction there, on account of change in open interest. So we have Ajit. What about you? Stocks on your radar this morning?
Yeah. So Agam, both stock are on the long side. First, that we have in the telecom space, the leader Bharti Airtel. The stock has almost reached to the record highs. It's been almost like 1.5 months of consolidation, and we are seeing gradual move continuing. And we expect this momentum to strengthen further. So 1565 is what we are eyeing in Bharti Airtel in a very short term. So with stop at 1515, one can go long at even its current levels. Another stock that we like is from the OMC basket. Today we are again seeing a buzz after a marginal consolidation across the board. And IOC, we feel is likely to witness some catch-up move because the BPCL, SPCL, they are anyways doing well. So 172 should be a stop for going long in IOC for the target of around 181.
All right. So those you have it. Well, those are some of your trading ideas that our experts have to tell us about. But moving on, also want to address trend. It does seem like after 2 to 3 days of fatigue setting in, well, it does seem like it's garnering more strength, and now it is trading at yet another new life high and well above the mark of 7,000. So it does seem like a lot of those calls written at the 7,000 mark are now being taken out. So Ajit, I'll come back to you on your view on trend. Do you think there is a short-term opportunity for a fresh long in trend at the moment?
Yeah, because in the last 3-4 trading sessions, we were seeing a bit of consolidation, in fact, a couple of negative candles also. And today we have taken out all those negative candles with a gap up, and we are maintaining this positive stance. So yes, one can look for fresh longs with 7,000 being the stop. And since we are trading in an uncharted territory, one can continue to go, hold longs with the trailing stop losses.
there you have it, around 2,740 odd levels. TVS Motor Company has seen an ever so slight strength of late as well. Ajit, your observations and your recommendation to Balaji.
Right. So, Agam, TVS is among the top performing names in the auto basket. In fact, it's very few stocks in the auto basket which are trading at the record highs, and TVS is leading from the front. And though we are seeing a bit of a profit taking for the last couple of sessions, the momentum is still intact, and the bias would only turn negative once we break 2680 on spot basis. So until we break that mark, one should continue to stay put, and on the higher side, 2790 to 2850, that should be a positional target.
Okay, and the other one we want to talk to lose to a certain extent a lot of time value. Ajit, this one is for you. Your view on Sun TV going forward.
So Agam, it's yes, the time is in his favor, but it's completely like after this sharp decline that we had from this 900 levels to 780, we are seeing gradual recovery, and we need to hold this zone close to around 820.25, the current area which we are currently hovering, decisively, and we should see some volumes also to make an attempt and reach toward 860. But since it's an option and he's already losing on it, and the liquidity is also concerned in Sun TV, as I can see that it's not very liquid, 860 strike. So keeping all in mind, one should not wait for long. I would rather maintain a strict stop at 805 for the existing position on spot basis. And in a day or two, we should see some decent momentum. The stock should cross 840, then only you should hold your position. Otherwise, you can plan to liquidate.
Okay, so there you have it. That's the view coming in on Sun TV. Of course, when it comes to Sun TV, and actually a whole host of stocks out there in the futures and options space, not a lot of these stocks are in fact liquid in the options market specifically, and which means that even sometimes if you have a favorable spot price, you may not necessarily have an as favorable an exit price in the options market, and that's something that may play out against you specifically, and because this becomes very important as we move closer to expiry. That's when things get very, very tricky, to say the least. But taking a moment to thank both our experts, Ajit and Osho, for joining us and taking us through their views on the markets, and of course helping our viewers with a handful of queries there. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of the